All right, Brad Weber back here with Raven Sports Drive. Joining me today, fresh off their Region 6 Indoor Championships, is Robert Wood, our head track coach.
How are you, Brad?
Good. Well, let's dive right into it. Yeah, like I mentioned, you had the Region 6 conference meet this past week over at Pittsburgh. How'd we do?
We did well. We took 12 girls and I think 16 guys over there. We were actually one of the smaller teams this year just because of everything going on. So women finished 4th in the conference, 6th in the region.
Okay.
Proud of them. They busted their tails, and that's all you can ask from them. The guys were 3rd in the conference and 4th in the region.
Okay.
We did have some region champions and some really good performances.
Nice.
It's just our depth wasn't there at regionals where other teams had the depth that we usually have. But I'm proud of what they did.
Now, I know, like in some of the other sports, there's, Division I, Division II, in track and field. Yeah, I'm assuming it's all one division?
Yeah, in Kansas it's all Division I
Okay.
right now.
So if you say, and you mentioned you got 4th and 6th in the region, out of how many schools is that?
There's 14 that competed. One school didn't have track this year. So usually there's 15 schools.
Okay.
So, we're in the upper half. So
yeah.
I'm proud of the kids, the way they competed. They did everything we asked them to do. Some of them ran events they hadn't ran before, trying to help us score as many points as possible. So very happy with how they competed, and now we got to get ready for the big show.
The big show. I know you mentioned a couple different placings there, Region 6, but then also an Eastern Conference as far as the Jayhawk Conference.
Yeah, on the region side, Henry Kiner won the long and the triple. He was the field athlete of the meet.
Oh, very good.
Henry's works his tail off, does everything he needs to do.
And that's something voted on by the coaches?
That was voted on the track coaches committee at the meet. Which makes him eligible for be the Central Region Athlete of the Year.
Yeah.
For the USTFCCA, which is the governing body for over the whole track and field. Yeah. He'll be nominated for that, and he's got a good chance to win. He went to events at our region, and our region is basically a mini national.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the top 20, 25 teams, there's usually 10 to 12 there in the top 25 from Kansas, and our conference region meets basically a mini national. So.
Yeah.
But he won the long, the triple. Genove Johannes won the 200. Ran the fastest time in JCA this year, 21.29. Then Knowlton Shelvin, who's a freshman out of Texas, ran the 60 and 672. I think that place seemed 3rd all time on our list, which is behind Andre and behind Genove. So he's in pretty good company. And Genove is actually, I think, 3rd now on our list as well.
Was it Julius? Julius was up there.
Julius in the 60.
Yeah.
So I think Knowlton's actually 4th.
Yeah.
With Julius, Andre, and then DeAndre Swint, who was here last year.
Yeah, he's at Florida State now.
Florida State now. So, and at one time was ranked 4th in the NCAA.
Yeah.
So, he's in pretty good company. He's in pretty good company. The guys competed well. We've had some other conference champions too. Jeremiah Williams, I think, going off the top of my head, it's just been a whirlwind the last 72 hours. Won the weight in the conference, was just out of all region. Calvin Bostic won the conference. Again, it's just been a whirlwind, and just missed being all region.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to go back and check, to be honest with you, because like I said, it's been crazy. We had an all region in the women's weight. Malia has been out the whole semester due to return to play protocols, COVID, return to play protocol, all the stuff we're dealing with. And she opens up and she wins the conference, and then she's all region.
Very good.
So, and she's 11 centimeters off her PR after one day of practice.
Yeah.
And
she's going to be asking, why do I need to practice?
Yeah. So, she's qualified in the shot too. She was conference champ in the shot put. Again, one day of practice, comes out, and qualifies for nationals, which
Yeah.
we could use her mark from last year, qualifier anyway, but she came out, she threw, I think, 7 centimeters under her PR, so she'll be ready in 2 weeks.
Nice.
So,
And you had a high jumper, long jumper on the women's side?
Jada Meacham in the long jump was conference champ, all region,
Uh-huh.
jumped indoor PR, jumped over 19 feet, or right at 19 feet, and maybe an 18:11.
Yeah.
And she's going to get better.
Yeah.
She's going to get better. Victoria Augustine from she went 161. I think she was second in the region, second in the conference.
Okay.
And that she'd qualified for nationals earlier in the year, but that qualified her. And we had a couple other girls that, that stepped up and out of their comfort zone and did what they could. The women's 4x4 qualified for nationals.
Oh, good.
Ran 4 flat. Couple a little better on the 1 or 2 of the handoffs. We probably run 358, 359, but they did great. I mean, they knocked 9 seconds off the last time they ran it. So, as a coach, you can't say much about that.
No, that's always good. You mentioned nationals, so that's coming up.
We go 5th and 6th back over to Pitt State. We'll have.
That's got to be nice to be able to go right back over to the same spot.
The kids go, Coach, when are we going to be on a real road trip? I said, we are on a road trip. We've had a meet at home and a couple meets at a couple other schools, and we've actually that's only our second true indoor meet inside, and it's different. But being on the 300-meter track makes it feel more for the sprinters and runners feel more like they're on the big track. So. We'll go back to Pitt State. Most everybody, there's a few schools that won't be there, but it's going to be probably 95% of everybody, 98% of everybody that usually comes will come. So we've got to be ready to go.
Okay. So and that's again March 5th and 6th.
March 5th and 6th at Pitt State. There's some things going on that. They've talked about streaming it, not streaming it, so our people may actually get to watch it.
Good.
So hopefully I'll know more, and I can let you know so you can put it on the
we'll
website.
Get it out and have some people watching for us.
So
very good. Well, obviously we'll try and catch back up after nationals to see how everything did, and I'd say congratulations on this past weekend with the region and conference stuff.
Appreciate it. Our kids did a good job. They represented our institution very well.
Very good. Join us next time, Raven Sports Drive.